Hey guys, today we are talking about how to sell fashion products on Amazon UK in 2022, and we are going to be talking about product development and product differentiation and how to deal with all of this. Let's get started. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Farah and I create videos about Amazon FBA, and I share insights from my Amazon fashion business and things that we go through. So if you're interested in that, then please do subscribe so you don't miss out when I post new videos. I also created a step-by-step planning guide that you can use to start researching your fashion product idea for Amazon for starting your brand. It will be linked in the description below, and so make sure you guys download it, and you can email me some of your research that you do at hello@farahfinds.com, and then we can take the conversation forward. So fashion on Amazon is one of the popular and competitive categories, and it's after electronics, toys and games, and home and kitchen. It comes after those categories, so it's not the most popular, but is one of the top 10 categories to sell on Amazon in, and that's where most of the people create their private label products in, private label brands in on Amazon. So on my last week's video, which was about selling fashion on Amazon, I was challenged by one of my subscribers that I am misguiding innocent people, and selling fashion on Amazon is a bad idea because of competitiveness, bad quality, and some issues around copyright and patent claims, and that I'm misguiding people, basically telling them that fashion might be a good idea to sell on Amazon. And so I wanted to address that by talking about product development and product differentiation, because using those two tactics, you can, deal with the issues that the subscriber of mine, highlighted. And so this is what I wanted to talk about today, and it inspired me to create this video and talk from my experience. And also, this is the reason I want to focus on working with clients in future who actually want to create a brand around fashion on Amazon, because it requires skill, and I have experience with that. And when you combine skill and experience, you can create great products. And with Amazon, this is the thing. After selling for years on Amazon, it always comes down to the problems with product. If you're not doing well on Amazon, that your product wasn't differentiated, your product was too bad quality, things of that nature. But when you actually address those things when you are creating a product, then you're not going to have those issues, and your PPC, your strategies are going to be more effective, okay? Because customers are going to love your product, they're going to give you good reviews, and then that will just, kickstart your flywheel of selling on Amazon, and you can create your brand and expand and start different product lines. Okay, so let's get into the detail about product differentiation, product development, and how it can help you create a better product. So straight off the bat, the first thing is that you cannot sell fake products on Amazon. You cannot sell fake Nikes or Yeezys or fake designer bags. You cannot do this, okay, because you will get flagged, your account will get deactivated, and you would be suspended. So you should know that you cannot do those things, even to the level where you might think that there is no such label on the product, but there are bots. There are companies that have created bots that scan images, texts on your product listing and your backend keywords. If you use a brand name, or if your product looks very similar or an exact copy of a patented design of any fashion product, you will be suspended. Okay, so straight off the bat, you cannot do those things anymore, and it's getting stringent. Okay, so that's the first thing, you cannot do this. And what you'll find is when you're sourcing products, especially in fashion category or in fashion niche, you will find that a lot of the Chinese suppliers will just be giving you those products, okay? They would be exact copies of very expensive, for example, a Chanel bag. You can find a very, very close copy of it. And if you try to sell that on Amazon, obviously you're going to get into trouble. All right, you're going to get your account into trouble. I'm not talking about this, okay? And what I'm talking about is slightly different, and there is a way that high streets and because fashion is trickle down, okay, you have to understand this, fashion is trickle down. Fashion is decided by bigger design houses, fashion shows. Those people decide what's going to be on the trend, and there is a massive system behind the scenes who decides that what people are going to wear that year, next season, and the season after. And fashion works 6 to 12 months in advance. Okay, so what you see in the shops or on websites, that's been decided 6 months ahead. Okay, the collection for spring 2023 is probably being produced and planned right now, and we're in June 2022. So this is how fashion works. So you've got to understand these things. And the reason a lot of people especially don't want to do this is maybe they don't have an interest, but I have an interest, and I have always taken interest in these things, and that's why I've been able to stay in this business for over 12 years. Okay, you have to take an interest in the product you are going to build your business around. You've got to know who are the top selling brands, who are the top products, why are they at the top, who are the trendsetters, who are the influencers, what's the market like, and attend the trade shows, read the magazines. I have done all of those things, so I always have taken an interest in the business, right? So this is something, if you don't do and you select a product that is suggested by a product research software, you're not gonna have any clue how to do this. And especially as a beginner, it's going to be really hard. And that's why a lot of people have lost money starting this Amazon business, because they are coming just from an angle of, I want to make money on Amazon and tell me the best product to sell. In terms of fashion products, I think people, especially people who are interested in fashion, they can tackle these issues really easily, because you can research, right? You can come up with ideas how to differentiate and develop the product. So this is one of the things that I did in my business. So the way to do your fashion product as a private label seller is, you have to follow the trend. So you have to do that, because you cannot come up with a product that's, your idea and then expect it to do as well as, the designs that are sought after. It doesn't work that way, because people are looking for a certain type of product. Okay, it might be let's say it's a white trainer or a canvas bag, something like this. Now, you cannot come up with an off-white colored trainer and expect it to do the same as a stark white trainer, or you cannot. Basically, you have to be close to the design that you are trying to imitate or you're inspired by, but you have to have minimum 3 to 4 points of differences, so that you have a differentiation point. And this is what the high street companies do. This is what happens every time the fashion shows happen. High street companies have designers that they hire, and that's their job, to create points of differences in those designs and send it to factories and get samples made and then get their production started, because there is a new collection every 6 months, so that design is not going to last that long. Now, the thing with Amazon is it's a little bit opposite what happened in high street. So they have to change in high street, they have to change a collection every 6 months, right? But on Amazon, it doesn't happen this way. If your product starts doing well and it's gaining the sales rank, and it takes its time to achieve a good sales rank, in 6 months' time, it's not going to tank down because there's a new collection. It's going to keep going up. And the better history it gathers, better reviews and ratings, you can keep selling that product that you created. You did work one time, okay, on that one product. You can sell that product on full price for years to come. Okay, and if you do your own brand, if you do it under your own trademark, okay, you're not going to get problems from Amazon, because you're not trying to sell a fake, an imitated copy, an exact copy, a misspelled branded product. You're not doing that. You actually have spent time to create a differentiated product. As I've told you guys, I sell fashion products on Amazon, and one of the products that did really well for me was this sized bag. Now, this size bag was doing really well for us, and what I decided was that we need to come up with the pattern, a new pattern, because I am also a vendor to Amazon. So Vendor Central is a different type of account that basically brands get, the brands that Amazon want to stock, and so I have one of those accounts too. And what happened with that was that I knew that these kind of shapes of bags are doing well because we had experimented with it. And so I was keeping an eye on trends, and I decided that, okay, this is the new shape that we're going to do. We're going to change the shape of the bag that way. We're going to use different zips. We're going to use a whole different pattern. Okay, so the pattern that I just showed you guys is a pattern that was created by a freelance designer that I found online, and that designer had created patterns for Tesco and some other companies. Okay, so she had some portfolio work that she had done, and she knew computer aided design, that's called CAD. Okay, CAD is where you create these designs. Now, this is what you need to do in fashion products. It's much easier because you would be able to actually understand, or maybe I find it easier because I have interest in it. And that's why, my experience would be useful for people who are trying to break into this field on Amazon, because not everybody can sell all kinds of fashion products on Amazon. Clothing category on Amazon UK is actually gated. You have to get approval, okay, to be able to sell in that product. And new sellers, like, either they have to come up with, apply as a brand, or you have to sell other products before you're eventually allowed to sell fashion clothing products on Amazon. So it's not as easy here in the UK, but in the US, you can actually sell any fashion products straight off the bat. It's not a problem. So there are certain rules set by Amazon, and you have to find your way to meet them. So this example of the bag of this product that I just showed you, we are the actual, have the copyright on the design, the pattern of this bag. And we created in materials that we had already experimented with. So canvas, coated canvas and things like this. So this is what you have to do. You cannot just copy and paste somebody else's design, because that's what, the factories would give you. They don't care about this. It's your job as a business owner to come up with these things. And if you don't understand a product, something you've got no experience in it, got no education in it. My background education is in textile and business. So it made sense for me to do those things. And so when you're thinking about starting business on Amazon, you've got to think about these things. Okay, what am I bringing to the table? Where is my experience? And like your work experience, you might have worked in fashion industry as, in any number of ways, in manufacturing, in purchasing, as a designer, but you've never had a chance to create your own collection, and you've gained enough insight now to go out on your own and do it, and use Amazon FBA as a tool that can distribute your product really easily. And so that's my pitch. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that fashion is for everybody, and a lot of times you might not find success as soon as you would like. But the thing is, if you're interested in this, something that you are passionate about, you are likely to last a lot longer than a person who just wants the best product idea. Just tell me what to do, tell me which product to buy so I can place 1,000 units order, send it to FBA, and then where's my money? There's no money coming. Oh, this doesn't work. Oh, I quit. If you're going to do that, then there are no shortcuts. And going through this tedious exercise, what that will do for you is your product will be differentiated. It would be close enough to the trending product, the trending idea, the shape, whatever's going on in the product you choose. whether it's the leather bags or it's a shoe or it's a clothing product, whatever you decide to do, it would be still desirable because it is a version of the desirable type. Okay, you have to understand this. You have to sell a product that people are looking for, and you have to put time into it and make sure that you're not getting into trouble with those copyright and patent issues, and you make sure that you hire the right people to create a differentiated product. And the cost of doing that is not as high as certain other types of categories that you can go into, like to do the same thing in electronics category or a kitchen small appliance. Imagine doing that, like you want to come up with a new version of a chopping board or a garlic press, or something really complicated, or a toy. And if you don't have any insight, or you don't know how those things work, you've got no experience with it, it's going to be really hard to execute those differentiations the right way, and it might be risky. I think doing this product development differentiation work is easiest when you are actually interested in what you're doing, and you have some interest, and you have done the research around what's out there and things of that nature. You have studied the market, and you have actually identified that, okay, this is the way I want to do it. You don't need to be an inventor, but an interest in what you're creating and planning on selling is crucial, because you have to go through this tedious exercise of product differentiation and developing and sampling and all of that. You have to do this because you want to be able to charge a higher price, so you can compete, so you're not like everybody else on search results for that keyword. Search volume alone is not going to solve your problem. The PPC, the cost per click, is going to drown you. So we do this so we can charge a higher price, and Amazon does not give a hoot. They do not care about brand protection of big labels, because a lot of big fashion name brands, they don't want to work with Amazon because of the nature, the way Amazon is competitive, and they allegedly use your information to create their own versions of the product. That's the reason a lot of big brands don't work with Amazon. So when a private label seller brings a product to market that serves that search volume that people are looking for, it can benefit you, and it can help sell your product. So there's loads of ideas around there. So do your research. Make sure you download that. Make sure you download that free PDF on how to start your brand. It's a step-by-step guide. I've put down as many of the steps that I could remember that I did when I started, and over the years I have followed. And do your research. If you would like to work with me to develop a fashion brand, a product collection, email me at hello@farahfinds.com so we can start talking, and then we will take it from there. So that's it from me today. I will see you guys next time. Bye.